So to me, it's a bit of a sampling. You know, in the consumer packaged goods business, everybody's familiar with sampling. It's sort of how you induce people into trying something new. So Unpredict to me is our attempt to get people to try futuring on the most convenient scale that they can now, in the midst of very busy lives, knowing that you cannot make a commitment to a new thing that lasts. Ideally, we'd say, come join us for a 3-month foresight exercise and we'll help you figure out some important problem for your organization. Given that this is new, we've just talked about it for 25 minutes, I don't think anybody's going to take that jump. So Unpredict for me is sort of, can we do this in a day or a couple of days to give people a sense for it? Enough of a sense that they can make a very informed and sensible choice involving all of their multiple intelligences, having experienced this, saying, do I want to take the next step? Do I want to maybe try this out in for a particular question in my organization or with a particular goal in mind on a slightly larger scale? So this is our kind of sampling offering. And I'll end with this from my side. Foresight or futuring can do that. I kind of view it as an accordion, you know? So you can have it fully open, which is sort of, I've been part of processes that lasted 3 years. Roughly the same process, asking better questions, collecting signals, putting scenarios together, figuring out what to do in terms of strategy. But I've also done that in half a day, you know? You don't lose the essence of foresight or people's ability to understand what we're doing. You do lose a lot of resolution, as you can expect. You know, the answers that you come up with won't be as clear, or you won't have as much time to debate the questions. But I think in a 2-day kind of exercise or event that we're planning, it's enough to allow people to get an experiential sense of how this thing works, make their own judgments about, did it bring up a lot of new questions for me? Was it worth it? Did it make me uncomfortable in a productive way? Did it get my team to see each other in a new way and figure out interconnections that they hadn't seen before? And all of those things are experiential questions. You know, people can listen to us or read a brochure, but ultimately the proof is in the experience.
Yeah. So, Rujita, I will take the outcome question first. And what is Unpredict? I think it's a nice marketing name. The two gentlemen, one with the beard and one without the beard, came up with. So it's essentially futuring. Now, what will it deliver? Outcomes to me, if I were to say an executive before Unpredict and after Unpredict. Okay. So after Unpredict, I expect to give 4 takeaways. One, there'll be a very powerful appreciation of the complexity of the 21st century challenges and the inadequacy of the conventional planning. So that will be the first change. The second, he will be completely sold on the participatory futuring. Second, so only when you appreciate it, you can start practicing it. Third, there will be a very powerful framework with processes, action, suggestions, which he or she can take back to the organization and work with his team to arrive at what is called a collaborative futuring. And finally, most importantly, tools and approaches wherein they can convert these insights into action. So to me, there are 4 outcomes. One is to understand the inadequacy of the current planning methods. 2, appreciate the collaborative featuring. 3, get a grip on the process of futuring so that you can go back into your organization. 4, an ability to convert those insights to actions. This is what an executive would achieve over a 2-day and a follow-through period at the end of the futuring program.